the other day, all the way from Portland. Robert Stiles sent me a little gift, so shout out to Robert. You may remember him from a previous video, and he was thoughtful enough to surprise me with these. So what I'm going to be doing today is I've already went ahead and removed the old ones, and now that we got our new canvas here, if I unbutton this, we can see where the old ones were. I'm not too sure what to do with that. That's like brand new. That's good gel coat and everything. There's actually quite a layer there. But because of the fabric here, I think what I'm just going to go ahead and do is put them right there. Something like that.
Looks good to me.
Looks pretty good. All right, some new swag. Well, our canvas just got finished up the other day, and I think it's looking quite good. You know, all the colors match. The boat's finally coming together, and up here in these windy, rainy conditions that we've been getting lately, it's actually been really nice. It's a whole nother room. It kind of retains a little bit of the warmth in there, and obviously keeps out all the rain. So it's kind of becoming like a catch-all or garage area, but it's quite nice. I'll get you a close-up look here. Right now we got the front covers on the windows. No real reason. The canvas guy was actually just out here and he was working on it, so we just kind of left him on there. And it's a full wrap around here. It's all the way to the back. All panels will roll up, so each individual panel here can roll up or be zipped out entirely, and we have some window shades that can be placed in there as well. This will actually be rigid, this whole thing. We had the offshore handles installed, but the center can be rolled back and to the back bimini there as well, so we'll be able to get some sun in there if we so need. And the material that's underneath any of the Dodger area is kind of a semi rigid material. You can't roll it up like the stuff you can back here. I'll save you the lingo because I don't know what it's called. As you see there, that can roll up a lot better. But this is rigid material, so it's much more like a windshield there. And I can see us getting a lot of use out of this in the future, and already it's been quite nice. Rainy day. Nice and dry in here though. Kind of sucks when it's raining this hard, you know, not much you can do outside, and only a small little area to live. So what do while we have these rainy days like this? Well, none other than play video games. Everybody, so it's been a beautiful day in Blaine. The winter time's closing in on us, so it's going to get chilly here real soon, so we figured I'd get outside and get you a video here. And I'm standing outside of Stella J, our 1992 Island Packet 38. If you've seen the first walkthrough video that we put together, it was kind of a mess, you know, in my opinion. It was just some video footage that we gathered when we ran up to Anacortes during the beginning of the COVID outbreak. We wanted to gather some footage for our own usage to see if she was a boat worth, you know, buying. And so I'm going to have some redemption today, and Tanny and I are going to give you a official walkthrough of our Island Packet 38. There's been a lot of work done to her, and so I hope you guys enjoy. Don't go anywhere. All right, so here she is. So it's an island pack at 38, but really at the water line, she's 33 feet long. Overall, from bowsprit to stern, she's 41 and a half. We have a swim platform that's going to add an extra 1.5 feet or 2. She's got a 12 and a half foot beam, 21,000 and some odd change there of ballast, full keel, 5-foot draft, and she's quite a real steady boat. She really shines in water storage. It's 157 gallons and it lasts a really long time. We've been using it for showers and stuff, and that kind of blows through it a bit more. Fuel's 57 gallons and a 29-gallon holding tank. So, you know, it may or may not be a problem. That's up to you. Let's go ahead and get on deck. All right, as we make our way forward here, we'll come up to the bow. Now, up here we got our 110 Genoa and our staysail. These are both brand new sails from Pullman Sails. These were actually made in Anacortes, and they're on, I believe, to be the original Harkin curlers. Also up here we got a 45-pound plow anchor. We will be getting another anchor up there. It's the double anchor roller, so that's nice. So you'll probably see it in a video later on. We'll talk about anchors. Anyway, here we got a new Lumar electric winch operated by these foot pedals right here. Makes it quite simple with our washdown unit. All right, so as we come midship right here, what can I show you? We got our Doyle stack pack that we ordered in from Seattle, and this has been a true lifesaver. I highly recommend it to anybody who is even thinking about it. It just all comes together when you just drop the main right into this bag. Super, super handy. Back here we have a Switlik 6-person life raft. It does need recerted. As we come back here a little bit more, we can talk about the new canvas here that we got. This was done by Whatcom Canvas. Shout out to you, Philip. He did an excellent job. Full enclosure here. It's really been making it nice and warm in here as the temperatures drop. The rain, and heck, just having a Dodger is going to be real nice. As you can see back here, we have our solar panels and we have our wind generator. I believe that's a, let me see, it says it 400 watt wind generator, and 2 solar panels each that are 300 watt. The solar panels and the wind generator are mounted on this heavy duty stainless steel arch. We have the dinghy davits that are also mounted on there. If we move a little lower here, we have our outboard motor mount, which is hooked directly to the stern of the boat, and below that is our swim platform. So as I mentioned in the other walkthrough video, she does have brand new electronics, all Raymarine. There's a new Raymarine chart plotter, Raymarine wind instruments, autopilot, Doppler radar. So it's set up really wonderful. Everything feeds into one unit and makes it quite easy to use. One real nice thing about the Island Packet 38 is that everything can be controlled from inside this cockpit. Tanny and I, neither of us, need to be running out to the mast to do anything. Right here, we got our clutches for our reef lines. So first reef, second reef. So one line will control both the clew and the tack for each reef. Over here, main halyard, main sheet, so we can hoist the main right here from the cockpit. So that's quite nice. Let's go ahead and look into some lockers here. So we got this locker right here. This is just where we keep our flares, our air horns. We got a fire extinguisher in there, and a few projects as well. So that one's nice right there. This one right here is what I like to call the garage of the boat. It is a vastly deep lazarette, and it holds all kinds of stuff. So there's actually quite a bit of room in here. Got some 5-gallon buckets. We got our stern anchors. So this is a really nice storage area. It can get overloaded quite quickly, but it has been very handy.
Hello. So I get the duty of showing the inside, and this is our galley where James spends most of the time cooking. I'm rarely in here, maybe grab a beer or two. But this is our brand new stove that we got, Mediterranean 300, I think. Not quite sure, but we got that right when we first bought the boat.
I believe it's a 3-burner, maybe what you're going for.
Yeah. Which actually is way nicer than our last one. Our other one was quite junk. We've got, you know, enough storage, I suppose, for what we need. You can always use more, but it is what it is. So we keep most of our stuff up here. We have our fridge/freezer, which is actually quite large. We put a few shelves in there to kind of make it more convenient to grab stuff, so everything just isn't laying around. Spice racks and such. We have a quarter berth, which is actually quite large. You can fit 2 people on a dog, if you will. Pretty comfortably, I suppose. Got some storage here, and then a second door to the head. So this is the front head, or port head, I suppose. I don't know what you call it. But it's got quite a bit of storage as well. Here's the nav station. I don't really want to open this, but it does.
Open it for them. Let's show them.
It's the boat junk drawer.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people can relate.
Every place has to have one. That one's ours. It comes in really handy, although it's hard to find stuff. Here's another junk drawer, but it is convenient as well. We have our portable radio, a VHF radio. It is attached to this one right here. So you have to have this one on in order for this one to work. So you hear the radio inside, and then you can take this one outside. You have to have this one charged. We have a stereo radio, which James installed like the second day we had the boat in the water, probably. And then our instrument panel, which we've become quite used to and fond of. And then all the other stuff that I'm not really sure of. It's like the inverter, the batteries, and maybe...
I believe that one's solar on the left.
Solar.
Yeah, solar readout.
Yeah. We have this so you can tie it and it doesn't move, which we learned that we had to do that the first sail after we had the TV because it was moving around everywhere. So we have the luxurious dog bed, which Rami couldn't go without. We'd have quite a bit more room in here if it weren't for that, but it is her place and she needs a place. We have a table, which will come down.
Remember to put it in the pin actually feeds into a hole there in the ground right there. So the leg will go right. Nope, not that pin. The pin in the. There you go. Probably it's pretty heavy. It's a heavy. There
Oh,
she
I
goes.
didn't even know that was a thing.
Yep.
Learned something new today. Each couch has a large amount of storage, which we've utilized to its max. So this is my room. I deserted them quite a while ago. This is the Pullman berth. It's quite a comfy bed. I mean, we put a pillow top mattress on it, cut it to make it fit, and it actually works really well. So there's actually quite a lot of room in here underneath this mattress. There is a bunch of those lazarettes. Stores a ton of stuff. And then under here is drawers. Stores a lot more things.
A little dark on the camera.
Yeah. As well as a closet. Got a bunch of room in there. And then some more cabinets. And you'd be amazed at how far back they go. You can actually put a bunch of, you can just stuff a bunch of stuff in there. It's hard maybe to get it out, but easy to shove it in. And then here's lockers down here. We like to keep beer and wine in that one.
Oh, I need a light on the camera.
Big deep one right there. And then here's like bubbly water and just whatever you can fit in there. It kind of sometimes tends to get a little wet. You can't quite figure that out.
It's pretty cool down in there, huh?
Yeah.
It's almost a refrigeration.
Oops, snorkeling gear in that one. So again, ton of storage that you can just find basically everywhere. And then here's the forward head. This is the only one that we've showered in. It also holds our spinnaker.
So there's a shower curtain that'll come around here. You pull that around. That'll block off some of the woodwork there. And as Tanya mentioned, our spinnaker, unfortunately we need to bear hug this thing every time we want to take a shower and haul it out. Luckily, it's quite light, but it is super awkward. Without this, if we could find a home for a place permanently for this, then actually this forward head would be very nice. But it is what it is. Back to Tanya.
So here is our anchor locker. To the very bow of the boat. We have 300 foot of chain that goes down in here. There's room for 2 chains for 2 anchors, but we only have 1. This, I mean, it looks convenient, but what it does is when you're pulling up anchor, all of the chain piles up right here. And then once it gets too piled, then the chain won't come in anymore.
It's kind of piled right now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So when James is at the
helm,
and I'm up here pulling up the anchor with the windlass, he has to run down here, move all the anchor.
Yeah, I'll knock down the pile real quick.
Otherwise, it'll just stop coming up. Like the windlass just quits working.
Yeah.
So
that tube I think needs to have some adjustments. I get the concept there, but yeah, the execution was a little.
Yeah. So
and that hose right there on the right, that would be for the wash down, the fresh water. Actually, I think it might be saltwater wash down for the chain, because
right.
At that point I don't think it matters all that much.
But also, like, we've talked to many other boaters, yachties, and cruisers, and they have the same problem with their anchor getting bundled up like that to where they have to come and knock it down. So I don't know if it's actually the tube or if it's just like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where it goes.
Yeah, a little light back there.
A little light. I'm not sure what these are for.
Whatever you want.
So we have quite a few inside hatches to open up the place, which makes it actually really sunny and light and kind of brings everything in. It isn't such a cave, because you can kind of feel like you're in a cave when you're in here. So we've got quite a few. I mean, we are in a good way to get it light in here.
Uh-oh. Sorry guys, we hit the camera.
Sorry. This one is really heavy, so we have to have a wood piece to put in there to have it stay open. Otherwise, a gust will come and it'll slam down and just scare the bejesus out of you.
It really does.
One in each bathroom. So here's another one. One in the other bedroom. And then one in the kitchen, which we use quite a lot when we're cooking. It gets all the steam and everything out. So those are nice. And then, you know, of course, the companionway, just leave that one open.
All right, so we've covered a lot of the external, quick and easy stuff that we could show you. I'll go ahead and start digging a little deeper here. And let's start off with the batteries. I should have looked it up. I don't know exactly what type of batteries they are, but I know they're good ones. So here we go. We got a DC 115. There's actually, I believe, 4 or 5 of them. I believe there's 2 more crammed back in here. I'm not going to dig those out for you guys. Use your imagination. I will let you know, though, that this thing right here actually will pull out to where these cushions will make a nice, maybe twin size bed, I imagine, something like that. Let's get into tankage. So I had mentioned to you earlier that we had some quite large water tanks, and so under this hatch right here, this is where our fuel and our water tanks are. It's a little difficult to see even with the best of eyes, but these are gauges right here, both right here and down back here for this one will be the fuel gauge and the water gauge. I would like a different way to check the status of each tank. Obviously you can do the knock test, but that's not very accurate. We did find some sticks that you could dip down in here, but I haven't found any actual like access to where I could dip a stick in here and see that. Something we're going to look into a little later. So we cleaned this place up for you guys today, so we could kind of give you the walkthrough. I'm going to destroy it a little bit more here. If I go ahead and remove all these cushions, we're going to get to our 29-gallon holding tank. Now, what's nice about the facilities here at Blaine is they have a cart that you can just roll down the dock, and you can do a portable pump out. That's been real nice. What we've been really actually liking to do is get a couple miles, out there and do a pump out there. Anyway, let me show you what's going on down here. So this is what a 29-gallon tank looks like apparently. This looks pretty easily replaceable. We have a bunch of switches that will give you a headache trying to figure out, but I think I got it down. We have a macerator, so that's real nice. Right there is the through hole if we did so choose to pump out directly. Other than that, you'll flip a few levers and it'll pull out through the deck mount. And so that's our holding tank. All right, so well, that about concludes our walkthrough video. So there's probably a lot of things we missed. There's maybe some things we misspoke about, but I think it gives you a great idea of what it's like on a 38-foot island packet.
You can always send us any questions.
Absolutely. Join us in the comments. We really try to stay active and participate. We would love to help anybody out. So yes, please do. We got a lot of exciting things to come. The sailing is actually going to cease for a little while. We're going on a road trip. The next video that you'll see, we're headed down to Seattle. We're going to do some maintenance on the life raft, as I mentioned. The EPIRB, we'll talk about AIS, we'll talk about just those safety things because we're planning on hitting the Big Blue. We're going to go down to La Paz, Mexico. Should be very exciting. It's going to be a little while though, so stick with us. I'll go ahead and film what we're doing on a road trip, and hopefully we see some pretty cool things. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this walkthrough video. I hope it was a little more in-depth, maybe a little more laid back, because the boat's ours now. So anyway, hit that like button, subscribe. I hope you guys are enjoying it. We'll talk to you later.